Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Smoking on, hey, in the middle of the barn. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracies.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you motherfuckers have at home. It's a motherfucking mini episode.
Yes, and I love Crucial Conflict.
You do love Crucial Conflict.
I love Crucial. I also love Do or Die. I love your city.
Listen, we all loved them for a time. We all felt deep affections for them, and Kanye was so generous. A healthier Kanye was very generous to try to bring them back into the fold at one point. Everybody loved both Crucial Conflict and Do or Die. I just don't know that everybody feels as passionately about them currently as you do.
I think that from the last episode to take it, I think that they are around. I think they're wearing Pelly-Pellies right now.
Yeah.
And I'm into it. I think they're cool guys. I think they're cool guys.
Like, I'm not turning on these guys just because they haven't made music in 20 years and good music in 30.
Listen, dog, I'm loyal. I'm still a Craig Mack fan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal.
Oh, Craig Mack is still a Craig Mack fan because I got to assume he's sort of like, man, my voice is stupid now, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't do any of the stuff it needs to do to make a good record.
I think it's difficult to be that ugly of a man. He was so ugly.
Yeah, he was big ugly. And it does speak to, I think, a more beautiful time in music where you could be like gruesomely ugly and make hit songs and shit.
I do miss that because, like, we have all these hot people now, but it's like, you don't think there's some ugly guys out there killing it? Like,
I think about that all the time. Like no shade. I think Beyonce truly is deserving of all of the accolades that she gets.
She's a beautiful 60-year-old woman.
An extremely talented 60-year-old woman. That said, I bet you there's just a uggo that would serve her ass.
Brother, who you telling?
That
right
would just
now.
Go crazy on
from
her.
Houston. From
right
Houston.
Down the street from where she grew up. There's a uglier girl who would put her to fucking shame.
You don't think there's a bitch working at Marshall's who could just
nail every dance move in a way that Beyonce can't and hit the notes Beyonce's scared of?
Brother,
all of that.
She is hanging up 3XL Echo shirts right now.
And not new Echo. Not Echo that they're trying to revive.
Old Echo.
Old, stretched out Echo.
Old, stretched out, off-brand. Were you an Echo guy? Were you a big Echo guy? Oh,
you goddamn right I was an Echo guy.
Same.
That rhino, I kept a rhino on my chest.
I had Echo shoes at one point.
Oh, didn't do that.
No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't have me out here and then you fucking hang me out to dry.
Hey, it didn't take it that far. I let Mark Echo into my heart, not my feet. You know what I mean?
I think I might have got him at a Marshall's.
Oh, you had to have. Listen, those were straight to Marshall releases.
Yeah,
the shoes. I don't even believe they were available on the website. You know,
it wasn't at a Foot Locker. That's for goddamn sure.
Hell no. Can you imagine going up to one of those mean ass teenagers that ran the Foot Locker and saying, "I'll take a pair of Mark Echo sneakers in size 12.5, please."
Yeah. Do they run big? I need to know if these run wide.
Give me your irregular Mark Echoes, please.
I hate that you remembered my shoe size.
You told me like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah,
so,
I thought it had gone down.
I'm Langston Kerman.
I'm David Borey.
And we're so excited because we get to do the shit that we do every week. We get to listen to you, the dum-dums at home, about your conspiracies and all the bullshit that you've made up in your lives.
I love to hear the stupid things you think.
We care deeply about the stupid things you think.
Your dumb shit, you losers.
You fucking dweebs. Oh, and that is true.
Oh,
Olivia
yeah.
just reminded us that after years, I would say years of deliberation and sort of back and forth, we finally decided what we think we should be calling our listeners. And we all feel, I think we all feel pretty good about this.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, okay. After years of discussion and doubt, we finally landed. If you are a fan of this show, you will now be referred to as Lil Mamas.
Come on! Come on! Bro, that text came through. I got excited.
Yeah, I think Lil Mamas is now what you'll be known as. So all you Lil Mamas out there, we're excited to hear your theories.
Come on. My
For the
lip gloss is
motherfucking
popping.
episode.
My lip gloss is cool. All the boys be jocking. They checking after school.
Yeah, we got to get one of them T-shirts
Come
with
on.
Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, and you idiots standing back to back.
I do want to say, I thought that was cool.
You thought what Lil Mama did was cool?
I did think that was cool.
Say more. Go ahead and explain that to me.
They were doing the thing. She's from New York. She was feeling it.
Yeah, but you know she doesn't belong there.
Come on. I just listen. I love a grandstand, right? I love a large display of emotion. I okay, maybe cool isn't what I mean to say, but like I get why she did that.
Okay, I get why I can
Right?
hear
like
I
she
can
was
hear
in
that
front.
out.
She was in front. They were going. Come on.
And it was
Concrete jungle where streets are made of. That shit's exciting.
I will acknowledge that this was in the height of, I wouldn't say the height of Little Mama, but it was still within a bell curve of Little Mama's potential sort of like success, right? Like she wasn't a complete failure by this point.
Do you consider Lil Mama a failure?
Absolutely. I would say that Lil Mama has burned, that star has burned out pretty conclusively. I'm not still planning to hear a new Lil Mama song that's gonna break through that wall, but maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
I think that's the difference between us. Is I still, and like I said, I'm a loyal fan. I still believe in Lil Mama. I think something could happen there.
And so I guess when you say a loyal fan, you are acknowledging that you were and continue to be a Lil Mama fan.
Rest in peace to Hazel Ozaso.
Okay. That again, I think that's where we are different.
It's fine. It's fine.
I was never a Lil Mama fan.
Listen,
I was at best tolerant of
don't
her
you
nonsense.
come over here judging me as a Bruno Mars fan.
Bruno Mars.
You don't need to talk to me like that.
Bruno Mars puts on a better show than any living artist, and I dare you to prove me wrong. That said, I don't think anybody's saying that about Lil Mama. I think they're all like, yeah,
bro. I'm on tour right now, and my opener is a big Bruno Mars guy, and he did play a couple, and I was like, oh shit,
bro. 24 Magic. 24 Karat
this.
Magic is it's insane. Just play the album.
Have you seen him live?
Yeah.
How many times?
I was on Molly and I cried. It was beautiful.
You cried?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The nigga's just having so much fun.
And he's so little.
He's so little, and all his friends are just big black dudes who seem like cool guys. I don't know. It's just the best.
It's very similar to my life.
Yeah, it was just like, man, this is just a little Filipino dude hanging out with his buddies. Hawaiian? What is he? I don't know. Algerian? What the fuck is Bruno Mars?
I don't know where he's
Who
from.
knows?
He's from Hawaii, right?
He's from Hawaii, but I feel like there's other mixes in there. He's just a silly Billy, and you got to root for him.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. And like I said, I heard some of the hits and I was like, damn, this is very good.
I root for motherfuckers having fun. I do genuinely try to come from that position. So to your point, I do think Lil Mama had a good time that night.
She was having a good time. That's what I
think
like.
She had a great time. I just don't think that she's ever made anything that backs up that level of confidence.
Right.
But I respect that she was having fun.
I literally only know the one song.
My Lip Gloss, and then there's the she had that other one. The chicken chicken noodle soup wasn't her, right?
That was another girl. She was funny too. 119th in Lexington. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. We got an email from who I assume is also a pervert, a person named Alexandria. Alexandria sent us an email. The subject line reads, "Headlights mean death." And they specified this is a motherfucking mini episode thing. And you don't get to designate that for us.
That's for us to do.
We'll decide when the fuck we talk about this shit. And it's not going to be because you declared it in the subject line of your email, Alexandria, if that's even your real name.
I mean, we're doing it now, but later?
Yeah. Yeah, we're sure we're following you right now, but that's our choice.
That's a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
You bitch.
Alexandria says, "Hi, y'all. Firstly, I was recommended the podcast in April and began listening from the first episode. It is the end of September, and I'm already caught up to February of 2023. So, y'all good or whatever. Langston, you were fantastic hosts solo, and the show has only been made more hilarious by David's co-hosting. Also, shout out to Olivia. We stand a research queen. Greetings, salutations, sorrows, prayers."
To be fair, Langston does the research.
I do a fair amount of the research, but I do want to give Olivia her credit. She often comes in with that last minute Hail Mary that we often need to fill it all out. So shout out to Olivia, but not too big of a shout out. She ain't doing that much of that research work.
Y'all the steak, I'm the sizzle.
Buddy, you're like that onion volcano at the hibachi restaurant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm on fire.
You're what we came for.
I'm doused in alcohol.
I'm not sure that it has any purpose, but you're absolutely why we show up to this place.
Honestly, probably not going to eat it.
And truly, I don't even think they use the onions afterwards. I think they just waste an onion to entertain a bunch of adults with smoke and somehow everybody's favorite part.
I love it.
Alexandria said, "Okay, so boom. I got my driver's license in 2005 in Tacoma, Washington."
So did my mom.
Yeah, shout out Tacoma. I distinctly, I wasn't going to say it. I thought maybe you had a fond memory or two that you could point to, but no.
I mean, it's like nice. Like, I like it there, but it sucks.
Sure. It's like the nothing going on to make you feel alive and want to keep going.
You ever go to a place where there's just a whole bunch of black people there for no reason?
Mm-hmm.
That's Tacoma, Washington.
Got you. Like black people got trapped.
Like there's just a bunch of them over there. Nobody really knows how we got here.
Yeah.
But we're not leaving.
Or how to get out.
Yeah. Anyways.
She says, "I distinctly remember being warned, not sure by whom, that while driving, if a car is approaching with its headlights off, not to flash my lights at them. There was a rumored gang initiation that if you flashed your lights, the car would flip a U-ey, chase you down, and kill you. I talked to a friend of mine from the same area, and he said he'd heard the same thing. We laughed at the fact that to this day, at our big ages, we do not flash our lights at cars with their headlights off. Have either of you heard of this? Knowing that David grew up around the same area, I believe he once mentioned that he grew up in Federal Way / Tacoma. Does he know about this? P.S. White bitch get fucked," or whatever Alfonso said should be a drop. Y'all are everything. Thank you for reading. Still ain't flashing my lights, Alexandria.
White bitch get fucked. That nigga was going crazy.
A beautiful, blue-eyed, blonde white girl.
I'll be fucking them white hoes.
My favorite part of that video that we never really addressed is that he says, like, every time I go to the club, I leave with, and then he puts like that pregnant pause, and then the white dude goes, "A white bitch."
Yeah, that is crazy.
And then he goes on to call her like a beautiful blonde white girl, but like the dude is like, "Bitch, it's a bitch.
These are stupid bitches."
It's like, fuck, man, this is a bad night for everybody involved.
No, that sucks. If I went to that concert, I would be like, this sucks.
Right, because you didn't come for Alfonso Ribeiro.
No, of course not.
You came for that band.
No one has ever gone to a concert for Alfonso Ribeiro. Nobody is like, maybe Carlton's going to come on.
Right.
And spit some hate speech.
Even in the height of the Fresh Prince, if you went and saw Will Smith perform, you weren't like, I hope he brings Alfonso Ribeiro.
Because you know that Carlton can't rap.
Right.
Or maybe he could rap crazy. And that's why Will Smith suppressed him.
Oh, that he's like a better rapper and Will Smith couldn't handle that.
I've often felt that Carlton was the hero of that show in a way that he never got his credit for.
I'm not fighting this. Right? I will say that if I had to weigh who was the funniest person on that show,
come on,
it probably is Alfonso Ribeiro.
Pretty consistently. Will was kind of a dick.
I think Will was getting served up storylines that centered him. So we were rooting for Will. But if we were just talking about, what was the funniest part of every single episode? Carlton, baby.
Always Carlton. What's Will's dance? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Also, Carlton was a real one. He held Will down, bro. Like, Will was a bad cousin to Carlton. Carlton was a good cousin to Will.
Carlton was going to murder somebody.
Nigga! He had the blammy on him.
Yeah, he really was going to use it.
He was going to shoot a man. Will was never going to shoot nobody for Carlton.
And Will left him in MacArthur Park.
Yeah.
By himself.
It's so funny because when I moved to L.A., I went to MacArthur Park and I was like, I ain't shooting nobody in here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I keep my gun away in MacArthur Park.
Yeah, it's not really that necessary. He was but I just say that, all that to say that, like, Carlton was a real one, man. He was a really good guy, and Will kind of sucked, which, I mean, as far as how life is gone, still pretty cool guy.
Yeah, Alfonso Ribeiro, cool guy. Will Smith,
having a tough time. And listen, I listened to his entire audiobook. I know about the man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'd be taking walks listening to shit sometimes.
Well, it's called something stupid, right? It's called like Will I Was or something.
It's like, bro, the problem with it is like this nigga can't stop being a movie star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like even in the times that he chooses to be vulnerable, it's still in a way that presents him as the hero. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like I just did a bad thing. There's none of that there.
I've long had that issue, I think, with where Will Smith has evolved into, is that like so much of it is just a dude kind of always giving a motivational speech, even in the middle of like things that are clearly his problem and not our, you know what I mean? Like everything is just sort of like this planned, very sort of like strategic sale. And it's like, bro, I don't need you to sell me on you anymore. I'm such a big fan. Nigga. Just be a person.
Yeah, you could be a bad guy. You made Independence Day.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I showed up for Men in Black 2 and 3 knowing that shit was going to be ass.
Come on.
Just because I like you.
Come on. I low-key like 3.
Come on.
I kind of like it.
What was that? 8 pounds? I advocated for that movie. I was like, nah, y'all don't get it.
Every single pound, baby. Come on. Pursuit of happiness. I was in there. I love you. And I met this man. I've met him.
Yeah, you've canoodled.
We canoodled. We touched each other for sure. Not in a weird way, but like, I know what the nigga smells like. Like, what do you guys do? Fuck boys?
Lil Mamas is what they are.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, Lil Mamas.
Had you heard of this conspiracy theory?
I had heard it when I was a kid. I had heard it. I think definitely not from black people, from white people for sure. But yeah, I had heard. So that's why when it came up, it was so interesting to me because I had heard it.
And when you heard it, it was specifically saying that by flashing your lights, indicating to turn someone's lights on, that would trigger the initiation for these gang members.
It was like that, and then I feel like there was a few other things. Like you would hear of these things that were like gang initiations, right? Like someone would ask you for a lighter, and if you didn't have one, they would kill you because they were in a gang and shit.
Whoa.
And then, but the thing for me was, as a kid, seeing the other kids who were in gangs, I was like, these are stupid. Like, I don't think they're...
Yeah, they're not coming up with fun games.
Yeah, they're like dumb guys, bro.
Yeah, if they're killing you, they're just gonna kill you off some dumb shit, not because they had to like earn it.
Especially if it was your family, I get it, but if not, you're kind of a stupid guy for joining it.
I also think that there is sort of like this, and this is maybe more a symptom of the 90s and early 2000s than anything, but there was sort of like this mysticism around gangs that people had built up where like they had all these sort of like rules and initiations, and then you get older and you realize, oh, these are just teenagers. They're just all like kids being manipulated by sometimes older teenagers, and they're not... There's no like history here. So whatever that initiation you've imagined them to be living under is bullshit.
And it's like, bro, you ever met a gang member now? They suck.
Yeah, they're sleepy.
Bro, you're 30 gangbanging? What?
Yeah, they're mostly just like pulling their pants up and unfocused in a conversation.
You have children.
Yeah.
You have children you have to take to school, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. And we'd all love to leave our kids for our favorite color, but
of course.
You can't.
I would love to leave David Jr. to bang the blue. I always thought my favorite gang members are the ones who racially don't match. Where it's just like, you're in a Latin gang and you're a black dude? Whoa, how did this happen?
Yeah. Man, you grew up in a tough neighborhood, huh?
It was bad for you, for sure. It was bad for you. Like they talk about Be Real from Cypress Hill. He was just a blood, but he's Cuban. That's interesting.
It is very interesting. It's like that white Kappa. You know what I mean? Where it's like, how'd you end up here, man?
We've all seen them on Instagram.
We've all seen him shimmy.
Man.
That
said, he loves it.
That said, you grew up hearing this. You certainly said it was specifically white people warning you of it. So am I to assume then that you were never afraid of this?
No, because my mom had always told me you flash your lights because there's a cop.
Oh, wait, that you want to flash your lights because to warn of a police officer you just saw. You flash your brights because it's a cop. Oh, so this was more of like a camaraderie thing of being like, hey, there's some shit over here.
Yeah. And I trust my mom more than I trust, random white people. So
wow. Let me say this, and I well, first of all, yes. And this then makes me feel like maybe this is some weird cop propaganda shit to discourage people from flashing, from warning about cops by being like, no, you can't flash because then that'll be some gang initiation. You'll get murdered in order for the cops to meet their quota and people to pull over and arrest and shit.
That's interesting because that flash your lights when there's a cop, I live by it. That it's kept me out of tickets. I've come over a hill, seen somebody flash their lights and slow down, and there was a cop.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need that, by the way. We need, like, shorthand. It's important. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I grew up hearing that, like, truckers on the expressway would, like, when they would block off or, like, make it so that it was hard for cars to get by, was part of the reason they were doing that was because of police officers. That they were, like, essentially forewarning the cars behind them that, like, hey, there's an officer on the road and you're going to get pulled over if you're speeding and shit.
Oh, interesting. And now this is in Oak Park.
Yeah, the Chicagoland area for sure. It felt like, hey, maybe the truckers are helping us out by helping to slow down the traffic a little bit.
What's funny about that is that I don't trust people and I don't trust truckers.
I'm
very afraid of them as a group.
Yeah, I trust them in the same way that I trust orangutans. You know what I mean? Where it's
no, I don't know what you mean at all.
I think they're big old idiots. I think they're big old galoops. No, I think what I'm saying is, like, I'm fearful of them, but I also honor their existence. I'm glad, I'm interested in them, and I respect them, but I also would not want to spend much time with them one-on-one.
That makes sense to me.
I like a wall between us, I guess is maybe a good way of putting it.
Yeah, like because you don't seem like a guy who is a big animal guy. You don't seem like that.
I love animals.
Really?
I really like animals. My wife is a cold witch of a woman and doesn't have any affection towards animals, and no one in her immediate family does. So I think it's going to be a real uphill battle for us to at any point, like, have animals in our home. But yeah, I love them, and my daughter loves them a fuck ton. That's her favorite thing.
Are you guys going to get like a dog or something, or is it like your wife?
I think eventually, yes. I think right now she's very firm in her footing and is convinced it's not worth it. And I'm traveling too much to be able to, like, force a lady to, like, wake up dumb early to walk a dog she doesn't want.
Can I pick that dog? No, he's sleeping. Can I pick that dog?
My favorite, we talked about this before the pod came on, but I don't think I've ever listened to what the lady is saying back to the child. But she's saying, no, he's sleeping, and it's a bear.
It's a bear. It's a very.
It doesn't matter if he's sleeping. Don't pet the bear.
No, all this is funny because I also don't. I'm like your wife. I don't really care for animals like that.
Yeah, no, we've talked about it on the pod that you would murder dogs at first
All right,
sight.
Relax.
That you would curb stomp a chihuahua if you had the chance.
That's not at all what's happening. I don't give a shit about them, and I don't think they give a shit about us, and that's all I'm saying.
I agree to disagree.
Fair.
I think that they do give a shit about us. I think certain animals don't, but dogs, they give a shit.
They say that's how we evolved, right? The relationship between man and dog that, like, helped us evolve a lot.
Oh,
yeah, because when we were sleeping, they would
patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, and that allowed us, like, to get 8 hours, which meant that our brains could, like, develop into something.
Yeah. I will say, to be fair, to be completely truthful, I think that there might be a level of the lady doth protest too much. And I think maybe I secretly love them so much that I don't want to open it up.
Oh, you're, like, afraid of the kind of relationship you could potentially build with an animal.
It's the same way I feel about magic.
Okay. Yeah, that, like, you go to the right magic show and suddenly you're a magic guy and you're scared of that.
No.
You finally see Chris Angel,
No.
and you're like,
don't do that to me.
This is who the fuck I want to be.
Bro, why you trying to play me? Don't do that to me. I meant that. I meant maybe horoscopes
I'm a fucking
real.
mind freak, baby. Call me David Mind Freak Bori, because I'm in.
I hate this.
Wait, what did you mean? Say what you meant.
I meant like maybe I think that like ultimately like maybe I do believe in horoscopes and things like that. That's why I reject it so hard.
I could see that.
Right.
I've long maintained that I'm not 100% sure that like ghosts and witchcraft and all of that stuff doesn't exist.
Right.
But as long as I don't welcome it into my life, as long as I don't fuck around with Ouija boards and spirits and hell, fucking what's her name? Bloody Mary and shit.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fine.
Right,
but if I start dipping my toe, these shits are gonna start showing up.
Yeah, because I seen a ghost one time.
Whoa, what were you doing?
Nigga, it was fucked up. I wasn't doing anything. I was in my room and I went to bed. We had been partying that night and I went to bed. And then my friend David, I thought it looked like him. So I woke up and he was standing in the corner and you couldn't see anything, but it felt like the light of his phone was coming up. And I was like, David, get out of my room. And then he didn't say nothing. I was like, nigga, get out of my room. And I woke up and I turned the light on because I was going to fight him. And then there was nobody there.
God damn.
Yeah, it was fucked.
That gave me chills.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
I hated that. Fuck. I hated that story top to bottom.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, man.
God damn.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never had that.
That was like that Will Miles story. That's
when Will told us that real fucked up story. I don't even remember what it was. I had to put it out of my mind.
It was, I mean, well, you can hear it if you sign up for Big Money Players Platinum.
Diamond. It's diamond.
I don't know the difference between the, all right.
It's Big Money Players, Uncut Gems. You can you can see Will Miles tell a really haunting story about his family being I think abducted by aliens or some shit.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, oh, that's what it was.
Because he was like, that's why I'm so weird. Will is weird in the most hilarious way, but he is a weird guy. He's a weird guy. I think this has been like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've long exceeded our quota for mini episodes, but I will say if we can wrap this bad boy up effectively, Alexandria, it sounds like while this is probably a very popular conspiracy, certainly where you guys are from, it may be more rooted in a type of like manipulation and propaganda than it is like an actual thing. I don't think that gangs are waiting until you flash their lights to murder you or your family.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
But I like you.
Yeah, you seem like a nice lady, Alexandria. And thanks for listening.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
We did it.
We did it.
Langston, I'm taking it now. Langston,
okay.
do you have anything that you want to tell the people about?
Well, boy, am I glad you took it. Yeah, if you want to see me live, October 20th through the 21st, I'll be at Dead Crow Comedy Room in Wilmington, North Carolina. And then November 10th and 11th, I'll be in Burlington. All the Ingtons I'm visiting right now. October 10th and 11th, I'll be in Burlington, Vermont for the Vermont Comedy Club. And then finally, November 17th through 18th, I'll be at Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas, Texas. I would love to see you at all of those. And as always, you can follow me at Langston Kerman.
I'm David Bori. I'm on the aluminum. Don't laugh. I'm on tour right now. You can see me at Springfield, Missouri, October 12th, St. Louis, Missouri, October 13th and 14th, New York City, October 21st, Worcester, Massachusetts, October 22nd, Kansas City, Missouri, 25th, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, October 26th, and then Minneapolis, Minnesota, October 27th and 28th. Please come. I really, it's nice to see you guys. I love that you buy merchandise for me so my baby can eat.
You gotta feed his baby, and you gotta buy the merch to do it. So please go and do that. And as always, if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories, if you want to tell us what the real initiations are for gangs, send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And apparently we are a whisper, a small little drip drop away from hitting the 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I don't love it.
Which is not great. I don't think either of us are excited about it, but we are, I guess, we are legally obligated to encourage you to keep subscribing.
Yeah.
So subscribe, I guess.
Keep subscribing.
And that's the whole thing. Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.